Hey everybody, this is Cptn.Canuck, and today I'm going to be breaking down 9Pandas versus LGD Game 1 in the upper bracket of the TI main event. Now, this is a 65-minute game that then led to a 35-minute loss for 9Pandas, which sent them down to the lower brackets. And if you watch it, I think this is one of the poorest individual performances of a player at Mainstage TI. This game was rough. And you know what? At the same time, it was simultaneously great. If you take a look at this clip here, Kiyotaka, he's got 665 last hits at 55 minutes. It's nuts. This guy was farming like crazy. His economy is off the charts, but he's only 3, 6, and 6. Getting into this clip here, he's roaming around looking for kills with the Shadow Blade. Totally fine, looking for those individual pickoffs. But then he kind of heads down towards the enemy Tormentor to grab the Wisdom Rune. This is all normal stuff, all good. He's kind of splitting the map, playing individually. Cool, whatever, no problem. But then he gets down here, grabs the Wisdom Rune, and he makes his way over to the Tormentor. And look at this, he just tries to do it himself. And just no real awareness of how much damage this is going to do, pops the passive from his Essence Flux, and now he's wasted the shield for the next fight. So he TP's home without this, and he's just sitting in base. His Aegis expires, so now he's got the regen. Okay, all good. Makes his way down towards this fight that's kind of brewing. He knows the enemy team is up on this high ground just right around him here. The team's drawing it. They just saw them here. But then he blows his Shadow Blade on a couple of illusions and clears it out. And then just blinks forward, looking for this fight. He ends up in the trees, 4 staffs even further forward, gets instant hexed, and then RP'd with no buyback. This was just head-scratching. Just this whole sequence was absolutely brutal from Kiyotaka. I know it's TI main stage, his first event, he's a young player, but holy, this is rough. Anyways, he gets buyback after a little bit of passive gold comes in, buys back for the fight, and 9Pandas gets themselves a Treant Protector, but have to spend 3 buybacks because of this. I just don't know what he was thinking. Somebody on the team must have made a call, said, hey, we're going in, let's do it, and he just went for it. But the guy's got no BKB, he's got no Aeon Disc, he's got no way to set up the fight. Fast forwarding a few minutes later here, 9Pandas, they move around. They're going for a smoke at this Roche fight, trying to take out what's going to be the last fight of the game. And again, watching Kiyotaka, he goes in first, blinks, hexes himself on a mirror shield, which, okay, it's understandable. We just got 60-minute items. But then he's just Shadow Blading around, throws 1 auto attack onto a BKB target, and then just kind of wanders back, 4 staffs himself into Brambles, almost banishes himself there, and then goes into the Roche and starts doing it. His contribution at this point is so minimal. He goes Silver Edge again, goes looking around for an individual pick on the side of the fight, can't find it, there's nothing there. Now he's heading back to the pit, goes to help Ramses finish off the Roche, and eventually they do, he gets the Aegis, but then he's got to leave to go deal with this Brood ratting him, and that was probably a team decision, somebody probably told him to do it, but look how poorly this fight ends up afterwards. As soon as LGD know that they're split, they go in, the RP comes out, the Rubik gets blown up almost immediately, Ramses is getting controlled left and right, even though he's performing crazy good in this game, just doesn't matter. They're 4v4, but that's the stronger 4 versus the weaker 4 here, and LGD take this fight, and that's basically going to be game. I don't know, I think Kiyotaka, he's a super talented player, he's a young player, he knows how to farm, he knows how to play intelligently in pubs, he knows how to play solo, but holy, this was a rough individual performance at TI, and just judging by his item builds here, look at this, he just doesn't have a BKB. How are you going to fight into this? Willow, Skywrath, Treant Protector, yeah, you've got a couple of BKB piercing things like RP and Overgrowth, but does it really matter? I feel like you need to be able to stand and hit, and he played this entire game just like a solo mid laner, like an individual pub mid laner rather than playing like a TI player. Solo's gone on record talking about how highly he thinks of Kiyotaka, thinks he's going to be one of the most talented mid laners in the game, thinks he's super versatile, and I'd agree, Kiyotaka had a great season, but you got to be able to deal with the nerves if you're going to play at TI, and the ending of this game is evidence of that. 9Pandas ends up dropping to the lower bracket, and then they get eliminated from there, so I think this had a lot to do with it, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is Kiyotaka just a little too fresh to the Dota scene? Is he going to turn things around? Was this just a big flub, or is this kind of indicative of who he is as a player? Let me know what you think down below, and see you guys next time.